err on the side of caution. Just get it down and burn some time. Just 10 seconds or 14 seconds left on the penalty.
Right up the middle they go with it. Brought down on the play was Booten. Eagles look like they'll kill this one off as they gain center off the rush with Trumpy. Goes to the forehand from the left circle. Blocker pad save and a good one by Myers. And full strength are the Eagles. Batted down by the man off the bench, Connor Olson, as he loses possession. It's going to be the Eagles back up the right wing side. Oh, how's she going once but not twice? Jack Perbix went to the well. One too many there.
Freshman Jack Perbix, no less.
Pass down low to the oncoming Jared Blakowiak. Nothing doing there. Now the Elks will look to break out. Nice flow and rhythm to this period so far. Great hockey happening here from Braemar Arena. In on goal, man in front. Oh, what a save by Winsick. Slides to the right, pads down, beautiful butterfly. Back in behind the net. They're going to fish. Graham plays his man. Couple of fists to the back of Horn, who turns it over, but the help is there. Great support by the Elks on the forecheck. To the slot area it goes. Rail will play it up the right wing side. He's going to be content to just send that one the length of the ice. We bring it back into the Eden Prairie zone. Winsick with a nice save.
Yeah, indeed it was. In fact, it was Nate Horn all alone in front of the net. Tried to go 5-hole on that redirect, but Winsick did a nice job of closing that gap. Puck all the way down, 12:24 left in the second period. Eden Prairie clinging to a 2-goal advantage, but a lot of offensive zone time by this Elk River team. They're getting some shots on the Eden Prairie goaltender.
Face-off played back in behind the net. Helped along the wall by Lieberman. Nolan Sullivan is there, held in neatly by Nick Perbix. And it's going to be handled by Zerbin. He plays back in behind the net. Nice little play there by the Elks. And back out come the Eagles. That's Middlestad on the move. Gets it back. Nice little give and go there up the slot with a lot of heat coming at the goaltender, Benny Myers. But back come the Elks in transition. Fire wagon hockey here from Braemar Arena. Blocker pad save. Winsick again looking behind him, but again, good position save there.
Well, great support by Eden Prairie to clear that rebound. The goaltender's job is to make that first save, but a little Owley, he looked behind him on that one, but they cleared it quite quickly. But both goaltenders putting on a bit of a display this period as Myers did a nice job of not only making the initial save, but coming out and challenging the rebound. Then with Elk River coming down the other way, it was Winnisek's turn to shut the door, but solid goaltending this period so far.
Graham is there, face off. Puck's going to sit on the blue line, and it's going to be handled by the Elks as they go D to D in their own zone. At their own line it is, rather. Now it's going to be picked up, and it's Johannes with it across the line. The big frame, one move too many at the blue line. Caught. Graham offside will face off outside the zone.
Well, that was a good challenge by Elk River's defenseman to step up at the blue line, using that as a natural line of defense. I say that a lot, but it's a resource. You have to use it, but it caught Graham in just a stride early, face-off outside the Elk River zone.
Eagles once again in possession with it. Flip that one up high in the air. Set off the boards. Coming down the right side to take a poke at that was Cole Lawrence. He comes away out of the corner with it. He has a man. One-timer from the blue line wide of the net. Graham will gather in the rebound. Walks up the wall. There's a shot that's blocked off a pair of shins, and it's going to be picked up by Lawrence. Nice little escape move out of the corner there. Here comes Graham with it. He wants to dangle. Cycles down to Lawrence. Back down for Graham out of the right corner. Left corner, rather. Bumped on the play there by the defense. And it's going to be picked up by the Eagles' Johannes. He absorbs a hit there. That was by Moss. And now it's going to be played back down the line once again by Graham. Great offensive zone time here by this Eagle quintuplet. Near side it goes. It's going to be handled by Weslow as he plays that one back in behind. Ooh, all sorts of bodies there. People are calling too many. I saw a linesman counting. It looked like he could only count to about 3, so I didn't really know
he didn't get
if he
time.
could get there to 6, 7, or 8, but that's okay. And it's going to be played off the glass. Oh, we're just having fun, folks. That one's going to be swatted at. By the way, there haven't been as many officials at the youth level. The veterans are retiring, and there's no one new coming in. Gee, I wonder why.
Well, we've always been a huge supporter of the officials, especially at the high school level. Obviously, they get much maligned for making calls, but a lot of a lot of loyalty goes into people scrutinizing the officials when they call penalties against their own squad. But overall, I think they do an absolutely outstanding job. We're just under 10 minutes left in the second period. We're still 2-0 Eden Prairie advantage, but been a lot of up and down action. Elk River seems to have found their flow, and they're getting out of their zone quickly, but they're defending actually quite well this period.
You mean their hair? Back up to the line it goes. Wrist shot by Olsen's blocked. And they're going to outlet to the right wing side. Zerbin with it. Gains a line. Ooh, tried to force that one through. We both saw a shot to take it wide happening, but he saw the man coming up the middle as well. That one's in on goal and held on to by Benny Myers.
Well, I'm very impressed with Jensen Zerban. Got to watch him, as I said, against Blaine, but he's got some speed. He can skate like the wind, plus he's got some soft hands as well. But that one, he might have been better served. Top of the right circle, maybe taking that shot as the defense were migrating toward his option of a pass. So he had a clear lane to the goal, and perhaps they could have looked at a rebound, but he might want that back. But whenever you try to make a pass to a teammate, I don't think it's ever a bad play. It's just a better option was out there.
Back behind the net it goes. The Elks in control here. We're nearing the midway point of period number 2 in the hockey game, for that matter. They outlet to the left wing side. 6 hockey games of the MNHockeyMag.com covering all levels of hockey with, 61 contributors last year to our content?
Yeah, that's
quite impressive.
Impressive number.
Scott Tiffany, of course, the architect.
Indeed. He deserves oodles of credit. He's a very hard-working man, but he really orchestrated this. But there's a lot of great people that are supporting this common cause, but what a great independent coverage that Minnesota Hockey Magazine provides to the state of Minnesota and beyond.
I have a relationship with the St. Paul Pioneer Press. Our top 10s appear in there. Tim Kolamainen on the Class A side, yours truly on the Class 2A. Bart, how hard was that for me to do this week? It's chaos out here.
Yeah, you probably just put 10 names in a hat and pulled them out at random. But
I have a 2-2 team that's ranked 8th in Lakeville North, and I'm not thrilled about what I had to do there.
Well, you just look at who else you'd supplant them with, and it makes the task even more difficult. I don't envy you guys, but you do a great job.
You can join in if you want.
Well, maybe we will.
Every other week. Puck is played back in behind the net.
Careful what you wish for, Wags.
Duraney is there. Then it would be Bedlam. His pass fails to click. That's off a piece of equipment. We're going to wash off any icing there. Middlestatter checked that. That was Moss with it. Back behind the net. Outlet. Back out of the zone come the Elks. They're going to cut back to the near side with Perbix. Stood up on the play. Oh, they had Perbix going to the net, but that one didn't get through. Johannes off the back of the netting on the cage, and they're going to take a player down. We're going to play on as the Eagles will come away with it. Irwin. Johannes on the tape for Lawrence. Across the line, goes outside. Nice busy stick there by Benton Moss as the junior thwarts that scoring opportunity.
Well, Elk River doing a nice job of getting on the Eden Prairie defenseman deep in their own zone, really taking good angles, limiting their options, and pushing them to a position of strength. So really an exceptional pass got that puck out of the zone, and we get a look at it right here. Just deflected up and out. Good busy stick by Elk River, but good speed through the neutral zone, as you can see, Eden Prairie. And that's where their strength is. If they can start to create off speed, very difficult to contain.
Like a pitch. The Elks will try to break this one out of the line, and it's going to be played in front of the bench area. Nice little play to jump on the bench and not catch himself offside there for the Elks. That was Greniuk who made the play. Across the line now, it's Lieberman deep for the Eagles. Scores!
Oh, wow.
Short side shelf. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
3-0 Eagles.
Well, Lieberman, I believe a right-hand shot coming up on the left side, just broke out to the left circle, came in and really beat him on a shallow angle. Let's look at this. But pretty good speed. Just goes around left circle, just really shallow angle, but up and over the shoulder of Benny Myers. But, boy, that was just a good shot. Hard to defend against that. Maybe a little farther back in his crease than he wanted to be. But, nonetheless, a great shot by Lieberman. That's his first goal of the season, but what a good one it was.
Hey, Brett, one more replay, and it's going to feel like it's a glitch or a broken record. That was classic. The Eagles now up 3-0 as Lieberman picks up his first of the 2015-16 campaign. Elks will take this one deep. Zerbin is there with it, protects the puck, leaves off up high. They're going to guide it down off the end boards. Winsick, wrap around, nothing there. Michaelis was there as Rail comes out of his own corner, tripped up on the play. They're going to let him play here. I like that idea tonight. Now it's going to be Sullivan across the line, played to an open wing. Up in the neutral zone it goes. Elks will be there, Sullivan there as well, and it's going to be played over to the right wing side. Louis Rail back in behind the net he goes. Changing wholesale style are the Elks, as it's a freebie out of the zone for the Eagles, but not so fast underneath the stick of Middlestad, who comes away with it. He dials it back up ice. Middlestad tries to get through one man. He couldn't, and now it's going to be Millis with it. He loses the handle. Middlestead gets it back. He wants a shallow angle. Instead, that's right into the crust. Nice little save there by Myers to come back after the top shelf goal by Nicky Lieberman.
Absolutely. He was a little farther out past the blue this time. Really took away whatever angle he had. But it was a good shot, but again, a very confident save. So I'm sure Benny Myers is happy he got a chance to get back on the saddle again, so to speak. But it looks like Elk River was stunned a little bit after that one. 3 goals down is far different than 2. But we'll see some fight. It's just going to take them a while to kind of get their energy back. Not an easy thing to do.
Indeed it is, but the fact is that this team has responded each time after they gave up those 2 goals. I think the Elks really took over the rest of the first period. Now it's imperative for them to put something into the back of the net. The Eagles, though, have been great off the rush.
Yeah, indeed they have. In fact, they're just Elk River just one good shot away to get back into it, get some energy, getting something positive to happen in the winning moments of the second period.
To the corner they go. The Eagles work the offensive zone.
Boy, good breakup by Elk River. That wasn't an easy one.
Good to see Anthony DiGiulio's on board. He said nice use of the replay button. He was all over that.
How you doing, Anthony? Thanks for tuning in.
Off the boards to the neutral zone. Brett Johnson, of course, Perfect Storm broadcast and the crew. Along with Bart Archer and yours truly, Pete Wagner calling all the action here for the Holiday Classic. Here's a shot in on goal. Big save by Winsick. And now it's going to be to the corner with Middlestead. Or check that, wrong number 11, Moss. Protecting the puck just like Middlestead. Right wing side it goes, and it's going to be picked up by Irwin. That's about all I had. To the near side, or check that. Far side it goes. And the Eagles will pull it out of the zone with Olsen. Turns over. Here come the Elks. Deflects through. Winsick gets the stick down on that, steers that one wide of the net. And back out of the zone come the Eden Prairie Eagles. On it now, it's Cooper Borchert. He'll play in deep as the Eagles will go with a new slate of 5. Sliding over is Lawrence.
Oh.
Big check in open ice by the big fella Johannes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Nate Horn that's going to go, and I don't know what they're going to call it, but player, it wasn't by the boards or anything, but it might have been, it's going to be a charge. I think that's a good call. But just kind of incidental contact. He meant to hit him, but he was just turned when he did, so hence the arm went out. But 2 minutes in the box for Elk River. Eden Prairie power play once again. 4:25 left in this period. What a golden opportunity for Eden Prairie to really put this game, I don't want to say out of reach, but making the challenge ever greater for Elk River.
Nate Horn, of course, 2 minutes for the charge. Lieberman, top of the umbrella, gets it back. A little diamond employed down the PK here by the Elks. They go down low. There's all sorts of numbers. Back behind the net, Middlestat with it. He's going to have to play it out of the corner. Middlestat looked up to Lieberman, said no. Instead, plays it over to the left side for Graham, who walks to the corner with it. Leaves off for Lawrence. Back in for Graham behind the net. A lot of talent out there for this Eagle edition. Lieberman. Back to the right wing side. Nolan Sullivan to the corner. Now Middlestat surveys the scene. Back down low, off the stick of Nolan Sullivan, and the opportunistic Al Schwab is there to clear it back into the neutral zone with $1:12 to go on the power play. Lieberman with it's going to try and slice his way through traffic. Does. To the corner he goes, forced wide. Nothing doing there. Back up the wall for Middlestat, who goes down on the play. It's sent back through everyone and into the Eden Prairie zone it goes.
Well, pretty good PK by Elk River so far. Nary a shot on goal. Now they got some fresh legs out there, but 50 seconds left. Eden Prairie looking to make one final push.
Off the boards and sent back into the Eden Prairie zone with 3:06 to go in the period. About 39 to go on the man advantage.
Boy, Elk River not very aggressive as far as getting after him, but their positioning is solid, really contesting Eden Prairie all the way up the ice.
Well, denying the 2 lines is the idea there with that PK, and make it tough on this team to gain the zone. Now, there's some stat I'll tell you about here. I don't know the number, but I think you'll appreciate it. It's played by Johannes down low to the corner, batted down to the slot area. Now Rail comes away with it. Louis Rail holds it. He has people freezing all over the place. Down and out of the butterfly is Myers to make a save he didn't even see. You can hear the stick on the ice now as they're about ready to step on. In full strength are the Elks. They kill it off. And they regain possession. Now it's Booten with it. Turned over. Across the line, dancing and shooting that one high and up and out of play. Bart, I was going to tell you, in the National Hockey League, if you don't win the opening face-off on the power play and it's cleared out, your chances of scoring was something like reduced from something to like 15%.
Well, wow.
It's so hard to gain the zone.
Absolutely. A little dramatic. I thought it would be down to maybe not quite that number, but obviously possession is very, very key, and you can burn 25 seconds in a hurry by just down the ice and then contesting a little bit. That's a surprising statistic.
But when you deny the line, it's so tough to get to where you want to go to do what you want to do. Now, if it's 4-on-3, we're learning in overtime that's a big different deal. No ice on the play as that may have glanced off the goaltender, Nick Winsick.
Well, it did go through the blue just enough to thwart that icing, but in turn, now Eden Prairie takes an ice. We're under 2 minutes. Both teams want to finish this period awful strong. Elk River and Gordy Roberts obviously ideally would like to punch one in just to get that circle off the scoreboard, give them some energy going into the locker room, but you can still get that energy and feel good if you can finish this last minute, 57 seconds strong and put some pressure on Eden Prairie in the offensive zone.
Well, you know, when you look at these series of games, wins are nice, right? Obviously you want to win the game, but
sure.
I think you walk out of here saying that, you know, it's about getting these guys better and, you know, how they're playing at this stage of the season to where they're going. And I think right now overall, Gordy Roberts has to be pleased with the way his team has been positionally pretty solid and have been responding to what the Eagles have thrown at them. And remember, this Eagle team was ranked number 1 just 1 week ago by everybody.
Absolutely, and they're still in the top 2. A very short conversation
Absolutely. There. Now it's going to be Lawrence to leave off for Graham down front. Oh, wow, look out. Oh, my word. Was that a goal?
Yeah, that was definitely a goal, but it kind of takes the shine off the toy a little bit when you see him carry him into the net like that. He's up and no worries, but we'll take a look at this. Look at that good speed. Works his edges, gets the goalie to commit. It looks like his hands actually push it off. I thought it was his jaw or his chest plate or something, but, boy, look at him work those edges. Look at him work the puck. He just got that net out of his way, but now it's 4-0 Eden Prairie. But, yes, that should be ruled a goal. It crossed the line before the net came off the moorings, but what a great effort by Eden Prairie.
Wow, that's incredible. I didn't. The puck was in the net as he was hitting the net. It was that bang of a play. So that was a goal, and it's 4-0. And you know what? Michael Graham is no worse for wear. You know, anybody that's moved a net or try to pick one up, they're not light, folks.
No, they're not.
That's the last thing I'd want landing on my back. Hunter Johannes had the assist. And a nice play up the slot. 2 goals in the first, 2 here in the second. And the Eagles with a very comfortable 4-0 lead as they prepare for the close of this period. Puck is played to the far corner by Irwin. I'll try to play this up through center ice, and back they come with it. Perbix with it. Finds a weak side off the crossbar and up off the netting.
Boy, really good play. Jack Perbix, just a freshman, drew the defender in. Rink-wide pass to Al Schwab. Al Schwab, no stranger to the scoring area. Really got the look that he wanted. Tried to go blocker side shelf. But nice job by Winnisek to sneak over. Good side-to-side, deflect that up and out of play. 44.4 left in this period. Big save by Winnisek.
Face-off clean. Down low it goes. Up off the glass. Nick Perbix is there to play to the corner, and over to make the play is Young. Eagles now look to break out of the zone. In on goal, pad save. Rebound in front, puck's loose, still loose. They battle for it. Winsick's trying to get it. I heard some equipment whacked at there by Connor Olson. Nothing there.
Well, the referees let that puck stay active. They saw the puck in the area. There's a lot of sticks and skates that the Eden Prairie goaltender had to negotiate through. Finally, he corralled that puck up, held onto it, whistle face off to his left, but again, 4 goals down. Not really what Gordy Roberts wanted his team to face at this point, but still plenty of time to get something positive to happen, something to build on.
Off the top of the glass, back out of the net. You know, Winsick reminds me kind of a version of Carl Gehring.
Oh.
I'll go there in a minute. Puck is played back in behind the net. as the Elks will break this one out of the zone. Rail bumps it off the boards. Graham is there. Johannes stood up.
Nice
walked right into that. Good defensive play by Nick Perbix.
Yeah, indeed it was. But, boy, you talked about Carl Gehring. It's a name that we haven't heard for many, many years.
Not the tallest goaltender on earth, right? Kind of borderline, I don't want to use this word in a rough term, but borderline hyper. Moving a lot, goes for the big power skates to the corner.
Active, we'll call it.
Very active. However, very focused in a scramble. I watched him on that last scramble. Held his ground really, really well. And, Carl Gehring relied on that activeness. That's a good term. The activeness to really make the saves and the athleticism. It's clearly there. It reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, efficiency of movement is the way that I look at it. He's very active, but he's very smooth and methodical the way he goes about his business. The thing that I like about him is his focus. He never takes his focus away. He's always concentrating on the puck. He anticipates very well. He knew that pass was coming over to Al Schwab in that one. He moved side to side and really took away the openings.
Had two different types of goals here in this period. You had the end-to-ender by Nicky Lieberman with the incredible shallow angle shelf goal. And then you had a great Hunter Johannes play where he put on the brakes, waited for traffic that opened up the Red Sea for Graham to walk down the middle and shovel it shelf.
Yeah, and Graham had a good head of speed. And really, if there's a vulnerability to this Elk River team that I saw kind of a trend or a tendency through that Blaine game is you can beat them from the outside. It's not that they lack skill. It's just that there's a lot of speed through the neutral, so speed with possession, and they get beat around the outside and really give up some opportunities. But it was well earned by Lieberman and Graham on that. They had to earn that. So Elk River really showing some things. But, Pete, you talked about the wins and losses at this point of the season. I think for Gordy Roberts, it's more about the process right now than the result. Obviously, he wants to go in and win every game, 5-1 coming into this. But I think that what he's going to go through this weekend with his young kids is going to have some residual value down the way. I
would clearly be pleased with the process. It has been a solid effort on both sides. We take a timeout. Continuing coverage of the Dinah Holiday Classic on the MNHockeyMag.com comes up. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey, pal, if you haven't swung over to CrankyApe.com, then you're missing the coolest auction site on the web. CrankyApe.com is the only joint you'll ever need for ridiculous deals on bank repos, insurance reparables, and dealer liquidations. We have everything that rolls, floats, or has an engine, and the selection changes every day. And don't worry if you're not a wrench, most of our stuff don't need nothing but a coat of wax. Bottom line, if you're born to bid, you shouldn't be monkeying around anywhere else.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSP broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
Correct, I have a life mate. Is that consequential?
With whom are you communicating?
Jake from Planet State Farm.
Jake from Planet State Farm at 0300 hours. State your identity.
It is Jake from Planet State Farm, home of Discount Double Check.
Describe your apparel, Jake from Planet State Farm.
Khakis.
Khakis. Explain.
A dull earthly garment covering male extremities.
Sounds most appropriate.
Save mass quantities, even at 0300 hours. Get to a better state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles & Company, your world kitchen.
We're speaking with Rob Friend at the mulch store. Rob, once people have finished up trimming those trees or raking those leaves, how easy is it for them to stop in at the mulch store to drop off those materials, or maybe even pick up some mulch for next year?
Well, if you want to stop in and drop off, you come in, check in at the gate attendant, and they'll point you in the right direction after you pay a small fee. And if you're ready to pick up something to do a final garden or mulch project, pick out the product you want, pay for the fee, and we'll load up a trailer or a pickup truck if you have that. If not, we do have delivery available.
And of course, you guys have locations all over the metro area.
That's right. For locations and more information on delivery, you can check us out at our website, mulchstoremn.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Linslink, Clinic Administrator and Care Coordinator for Advocare Clinics, and I want to welcome you to our facility. If you're looking at this right now, you're probably searching for a new location for care for a new or chronic injury. And I want to assure you that we have a lot of services in one location that are convenient for you, and we can combine more options for you than you'll find at most other pain management or big box medical clinics.
I like the staff. They're friendly, they're supportive, they're encouraging, they're cautious, and they rearrange my exercise schedule based on what my symptoms are.
I want to welcome you and invite you to stop by for a free consultation with me as a care coordinator to see how we could best serve you and what kind of results we think we can get for you.
Contact us at 952-835-6653 or online at advocaremn.com.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts? This is a devastating blow I was not prepared for.
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie, a local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
I really loved this book. Me too. What was your favorite part? The beginning? The beginning was good. Did anyone actually read the book?
I really like this wine.
You don't need a book club to drink wine with friends. Great wine and globally inspired food at Noodles & Company, your world kitchen.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Linslink, Clinic Administrator and Care Coordinator for Advocare Clinics located in Bloomington, Minnesota. I'd like to invite you to come on in for a free consultation to see how we could best serve you with our medical, chiropractic, and physical therapy services. Whether your problem is from an acute injury or a chronic pain management issue, we feel we can help you. Please give us a call, check us out on the internet, and come on in to see how we can best serve your needs.
Contact us at 952-835-6653 or online at advocaremn.com.
And we're joined by Rob Friend at the Mulch Store. Rob, a lot of people are finishing up those fall projects, whether it's trimming trees or getting rid of all those leaves. What can people do with those materials once they're done?
Well, they can bring their yard waste into any of our locations and dispose of it for a small fee. And after it's disposed of, we then process it and turn it into compost.
It's also a very easy, straightforward process to stop in at any of those Mulch Store locations, correct?
You just pull into any of the sites, you check in with the gate attendant and pay your small fee, and you're all set to go.
And if people would like more information about the great products and services the Mulch Store offers, what's your website?
mulchstoremn.com.
Correct, I have a life mate. Is that consequential?
With whom are you communicating?
Jake from Planet State Farm.
Jake from Planet State Farm at 0300 hours. State your identity.
It is Jake from Planet State Farm, home of Discount Double Check.
Describe your apparel, Jake from Planet State Farm.
Khakis?
Khakis. Explain.
A dull earthly garment covering male extremities.
Sounds most appropriate.
Save mass quantities, even at 0300 hours. Get to a better state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie, a local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbier.com. Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Stream your games in HD like the pros. Have a game you want streamed? PSP is here to help. PSP offers its HD streaming services to meet your request, whether you want one game, a tournament, or even an entire season's worth of games live streamed. Every broadcast features professional play-by-play announcers, instant replay, on-screen graphics, multiple camera angles, and much more. Plus, you can even make money from broadcasting. By having PSP stream your games, you create an opportunity to bring in additional revenue to your team or booster club. You can make money from pay-per-view broadcasts, DVD and digital download sales of the broadcasts, and even control of the advertising space on the broadcasts. So what are you waiting for? Get your team on air and stream in HD like the pros. Contact production at psbmn.com to get started today.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
There comes a time when even an all-star sister can use some assistance himself.
Do I need to be worried about identity theft? Everybody does. So that's when somebody tries to use my name? Uh-huh. My likeness? Yes, sir. Like if they try to look like me, but with a fake mustache? Yeah. And glasses? Yes, exactly. I think I'm gonna need some help with that.
When assisting is in your blood, you know it.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
Hey, pal, if you haven't swung over to CrankyApe.com, then you're missing the coolest auction site on the web. CrankyApe.com is the only joint you'll ever need for ridiculous deals on bank repos, insurance reparables, and dealer liquidations. We have everything that rolls, floats, or has an engine, and the selection changes every day. And don't worry if you're not a wrench, most of our stuff don't need nothing but a coat of wax. Bottom line, if you're born to bid, you shouldn't be monkeying around anywhere else.
Welcome back to Braemar Arena. I nearly blew Bart out of his socks. I'm sure I did that to you at home. You know what's funny is I think I'm hearing a little bit of Axl Rose in this bit. A sample, am I?
As far as the music that we're hearing? Yeah, he's kind of going back in and he's diversifying his selections.
But I'm hearing it sampled in, and I saw you kind of liking it, because you kind of like that...
I don't mind it. I'm not a huge fan of Axl Rose, I'll profess, but...
No, but you like making fun of his voice.
Oh, I like making fun of a lot
there
of
it is. Did you hear
voice.
the...
Yeah.
I. Did you hear that? Say.
Where do we go now, Pete?
We just shut it down and go home is what we do. We've relegated ourselves to this.
Yes.
How about a look into the third period, Bart? 4-0 Eden Prairie. You know, obviously this is a long 3-day weekend for these teams. If you're Eden Prairie, what are you looking to get done here in this period?
Well, I just want to keep them focused, keep them playing a 3-zone game. They're doing a great job of defending. Just don't change anything. If you're El Kirby, you might have to take some chances, but you want to look at it like a 0-0 game and challenge each and every shift. And I think the easier said than done against Eden Prairie, but Eden Prairie is just business as usual. Just keep controlling the puck and getting out of their zone efficiently.
They have the healthy 4-0 lead. It's backpedaled by Larson in the neutral zone. The Elks from right to left, white, red, and black. The Eagles left to right with their red, white, and black. Graham with it. Gets out of traffic. Works the serious stick handling skills there. Cycles it to the corner. That one rolls up on the dasher and away from Johannes. Nick Perbix was there, the junior. And that'll be too far for everyone. No ice on the play as the puck sort of stopped on its way in. The Eagles back off the right side of their own net, ahead to the oncoming Graham. He dances to the slot area. Johannes poked off his stick. Nice play by Moss. Johannes wants to go physical in the neutral, forces the turnover. Lieberman's there, stood up on the play. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We'll be here 3 straight nights. Bart, I want you to know I'm giving up a night of professional wrestling at the Richfield American Legion on Saturday to be here with you.
Wow, the sacrifices that Pete makes.
Steel Domain Wrestling will be probably a little better off.
That's a fun product. You guys do a great job on that.
It is good stuff, I'll tell you. It's Ed Hellier does a great job doing that for us old schoolers.
Yeah, a little more traditional, a little more old school. And that's when people enjoy
AWA
wrestling a lot
Nick
more.
Bockwinkel was a big part of that production.
Oh, wow.
At the early going. Did you know that?
No, but
the Great Late.
Certainly a familiar name.
God rest his soul. What a dandy he was. We're going to face off inside the Eden Prairie zone to the left of Nick Winsett.
We just saw the living legend Willard Icola walk by, so he's in the house tonight.
As spry as ever.
Yeah.
That one's, I thought that dented the twine in the back of the net, but instead it's behind. They'll walk from the corner, try to take it toward the goal mouth area, and here come the Eagles. With a .5 goals against average, it's quite impressive. Looking to build on that. Shot that's wide of the net. Middlestat plays it up to himself. To the corner he goes for Nolan Sullivan. Ooh, he nearly found the short side there. Myers was down off the near post, off the left post, and nothing doing there.
And
Sullivan.
There has been a goaltending change. Duncan Weiss is in goal now for Elk River.
Great call there, Bart Archer. Off the boards to center. Zerbin with the loose change. Pokes it away from Rail. Oncoming for the rebound was Schwab, and it was covered. Sticks get up, but nothing to be too concerned about off the side of the net. Now, for the second game, Bart, do they slate it for 8:30, or is it right after this game? How do they work that?
In fact, I think it is slated for 8:30, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But this has been a pretty efficient game. Not a lot of whistles, so we're moving pretty quickly. We appreciate that.
Great to see Trent Klatt in the house.
Yes.
I mean, this is the National Hockey League. I mean, Lee Smith's going to have to feel a little bit sheepish here. You got You got the NHL Players Association represented all over Braemar Arena.
Well, that's why he's got Heimer on the bench.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, wow.
My close personal, too.
Yeah, I can tell.
Don't tell anybody. I'm
I
just
won't.
totally going to
Yeah,
get
it'll be between
skewered
just
for
us,
that.
Pete.
Right now, he's pontificating to his forward line, telling him how it is. Oh, no. My word. Played around to the right side. Did you know that Jamie Langenbrunner played more NHL games than he did? How about
Really?
that from Minnesotans? Yeah, I was
How about
looking up
that?
his numbers the other day. They're gaudy.
Well, they're all impressive. I mean, look at that.
What a player he was.
Yes, he was.
You know, he left his senior year from Cloquet to go play in the Ontario Hockey League with Peterborough. But, man, those were the days. Remember they had, who was the Russian skater they had? Petrov or something was his name. Remember that guy?
Yep. Something with an off. Either Krutov or Petrov or
Larionov or
Oh, you mean up in
Konstantinov.
Cloquet? It was Petrov.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
And he was kind of the ballyhooed guy, and it was, Langenbrunner who put together the amazing NHL resume for years.
Well, absolutely, but he was so difficult to play against, too.
Both
block.
ends of the rink, really, all three ends of the
Absolutely.
rink.
Good block by Nick Perbix.
And back into the Eden Prairie zone it goes. Irwin is there, puts on the brakes. He's going to wait for some help. Outlets to Johannes. Finds an angling Graham, who has stood up on the play, and the puck trickles into the Elk River zone. Behind the net, Larson now. He's going to be stood up. Johannes has been throwing the leather here tonight. Not this physical against Benilde St. Margaret's a week ago. He's been very effective with the body here this evening.
Yeah, indeed he has. In fact, he's got the Elk River defenders' heads on the swivel now, and that's what you want to do on the forecheck. If you can't get to the puck, at least let them know you're in the area.
Sullivan cuts off that would-be breakout attempt. They score!
Lord.
What a play there off the wall. Steen buries it for the Eagles. It's 5-0.
Well, it was really Middlestat that caught the attention of Weiss, the goaltender for Elk River, and then he put one between the legs back for Spencer Steen, and he made that count. No mistake about that. That's his second goal of the season, but he's been a name that we've called quite a bit in both games that we've covered. Spencer Steen really gets around the ice in a hurry, but it was Middlestat who really put it on a tee for him, and he finished that one out. Steen's second goal of the season. Boosts the lead 5-0, 12:39 left in this third period.
One more goal, and they're going to tick it down in running time if the Eagles continue this onslaught here offensively. Middlestat, high slotted on goal. Weist is there.
Well, that was a good shot by Nolan Sullivan from the slot area. Good feed out in the middle. He was all alone. Good one-time shot. It wasn't just a one-time, but it was a little bit more deliberate, but he got it off in a hurry. But Weiss did a nice job of getting in front of that, hanging onto it, face up to his right.
The MinnesotaHockeyMagazine.com, the MNHockeyMag.com. Check it out on your devices. tablets, phones, whatever you're working. Of course, we're live streaming a schedule all season long. This has been exciting, fun stuff. Puck is carried down to the corner, in on goal. Where is it? They score! Rolled up on Winsick. To the back of the net it goes. Schwab was in there among others. I think he's going to get credit for it. We'll see.
Well, either him or Michaelis, one of the
first
two.
One through the line on the flyby, so that's your man right there.
Well, they finally got that 0 off the scoreboard, and it was a good goal, too. But now they can build from here. Can they score 4 goals in 12-10? Yes, it's certainly feasible. Likely, probably not, but they can chip away. But now they have something positive for all their efforts, and now they have that goal on the scoreboard. 5-1 Eden Prairie, but a good answer by Elk River.
You know, that's a great example and a great reason why you should go to the net when you're on the weak side of the puck, because that's how you score goals. That's a textbook second chance opportunity for the Elks. So Al Schwab is your goaltender. Max Michaelis has the bull rush and the shot on goal. And our score now 5-1. That officially was at 4:50, right, Bart Archer?
Yeah, at 4:50, just 34 seconds later they answer. But you're right, it was Schwab for Michaelis on that one. But again, positive face-off now in the Elk River zone. You know, I'm not trying to oversell face-offs, but these are the things. We talked about it before a little bit about power play. 5-on-5, it's very important as well. Win a face-off, especially in your own zone.
Johannes, a pair of 27s. Michaelis feeling a little bit spunky and spry after. Now they're going to square off in the face-off circle. We'll see what happens there. A couple of shots. Johannes comes away with it. Cycles to the corner for Graham. He'll walk. Puts on the brakes. Gets away from one man. Walks along the goal line. Weist was there with the pad, and off comes the net. North side.
Yeah, it never happens here at Braemar. In fact, it hasn't happened very often. That might be the first one of this game, which is a little unusual. Michael Graham walking in from along the goal line, shallow angle, but using his edges quite well. Really got a pretty good shallow angle shot on Weist, but then the net off the mooring faceoff. Now to Weist right.
Johannes is there. Now it's Lawrence. Underneath the stick to center it goes. That was off to Rainey. Now they're going to play that up to the wall for Irwin. That would be Gray Irwin. Of course, got a couple of them on this edition. For the Eden Prairie Eagles. At center, it's swatted at. Now it's Graham. Plays it left wing side. Lawrence walks down the goal line. Slides that through the crease area. And here come the Elks outletting to the right wing side. Zerbin is there, tries to get away from one man, does, and Lieberman, but he has some pressure on him. Tried to find the slot with the pass. Instead, the loose change picked up, brought back by Graham across the line. Johannes there. Trailer with Lawrence. Instead, plays that up to the line. Lieberman's shot dribbles wide of the net. Over to the near wall it goes with Blakowiak. Played back in behind. They try to shove that one through the goal mouth area, and Zerbin is there to clean it up. Plays off the boards, but not out. The Eagles will pinch. Lieberman, nice little sidestep move there on the forehand over the top of the goal. Middlestat, low slot area, turning, playing back up to the line on that puck was Steen. He has a goal tonight. Steen will walk through and have it poked off his stick by Zerbin. Quickly ahead, too far for Middlestat, and icing your call. We bring it back down with 10:21 to go. I'd like to thank our sponsors here, of course, for making this happen. Cranky Ape, of course, they sponsor the Top 10's Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Fury Motors, Dave's Sports Shops, and more. We'll get to the rest later on in the broadcast. Wouldn't be doing it if it weren't for them.
Certainly appreciate their support. It allows us to bring you really great action during this holiday time. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying a great, pretty solid game.
When haven't you and I been here at this event?
I don't know.
I think since its inception.
Probably right.
And don't ask me what year that was.
Yeah, it's all a fog. They all play together.
This, of course, used to be known as the Met Center Holiday Classic. Yep. If you recall back in the days, they'd bring teams from Massachusetts, Hill Murray. Ooh, stand-up check there by Arail.
Didn't that get evolved into the Schwann's Cup, and then they kind of defected from that and started their own?
Well, because then it became the Capital City Classic.
Okay.
When the Wild were here, and then suddenly it got gobbled up into the Schwann's Cup, and Kurt Giles laughed right around 2000. He goes, "We got kicked out of our own tournament."
Right on. I don't get it, but
and so then this evolved.
Yep, the tradition continues.
So it's been about 15 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. Ooh, that's an elbow, but we're going to play on.
Ooh, he's getting up slow too.
Yeah, because it was right up in the mush.
Yep.
They missed that one. This one's Rail playing it to the near side, and it's going to be handled at the line. And that one's whistled down offside.
Only by a lot. But, yeah, it was I don't know if it was an elbow to the chin or in that area.
Here it comes.
But it was Nolan Sullivan who got up a little bit slow, but it looks like Connor Bizal's going to go. No, just face up outside the zone. I thought there was a penalty on that one, Pete. I thought there was a lay. I got confused for a minute, but I'm back now.
Thank you.
Well, I guess we'll see if I'm back now. But.
That's for our viewers to decide.
Right. I wouldn't understand if I was, I suppose.
Bart Archer self-deprecating here tonight early on.
Nobody gets offended that way.
At center ice, tripping call coming up. This one will be on the Eagles. That'll go to Gray Irwin as he'll feel some shame for 2 minutes unless the Elks can tally with the 6-on-5 as the goaltender. Weist is on the bench too far. That pass gets past Booten, and we will whistle it down now as the power play will be employed.
Yeah, and the face-off is going to be down in the Eden Prairie zone. But again, 2 minutes, just under 9 minutes to go, 8:49 left in this third period. Really a good opportunity for the Elks to get some positives going. But Gray Irwin, as you said, is going to be the penalized player. He'll feel 2 minutes of shame and then be released, barring an Elk River goal. But what a great opportunity. Zurbin on the face-off for Elk River, and Graham on the face-off for Eden Prairie.
Really been a well-played, clean hockey game between these two additions.
Yep.
There's a big shot that's blocked. That attempt there by the Eagles. Or check that. That was by Al Schwab. He has the goal tonight for Gordy Roberts Elks. Too far for Schwab. He'll wait for the carom off the boards. Takes it to the outside. Cycles to the corner, but the Eagles cut it off on its way in. Back behind the net. Schwab to the right side. Moss was there. Graham bothering him. A little sauce on the backhand off the skates of Moss. Back in behind the net. That gets away from Rail. In they come with Michaelis, and that one doesn't work, and back into the zone it goes. Nice posture there by the Eagles as they kept everything to the outside. Left wing on the pass for Schwab. Now they'll find their man on the right wing side. Perbix. Eagles look to deny, but Zurbin, he's dangerous down low. Gets his goaltender down. He scores! Oh, he froze him with a little shoulder and pulls it to the forehand. It's 5-2 with 7:39 to go.
Yeah, Zurban shows some good skill right there. Had some speed going, but good side to side. Got around Lieberman and then beat the goaltender Weinsek. Really kind of froze him a little bit, as you said. Got him to commit, froze him, and went far side. But just a very skilled play by Jensen Zurban. That's going to be his fourth goal of the season. A young player, but really a driving force for Elk River. Cuts the lead to 5-2. We're 7:39 remaining. Anything is possible, but Elk River's got some mojo now.
Wow. That was as good a goal as I've seen all year so far.
Indeed.
I think Graham one, going to the net, taking the net off, might rival it here tonight. We've had some beauties. 7 goals total off the netting, and that puck is going to be stuck in the netting, so we'll have to bring a new one back onto play here.
Well, that was Zurban unassisted. I'm sure you heard it at 9:21.
Puck on the ice. Puck on the ice.
Boy, people are just relentless here. He was just trying to help.
It's the knowledgeable corner.
Indeed it is.
In front it goes. 5-on-5 hockey. 7:21 to go here in the third period. Thanks for joining us here tonight. This is the first of 6.
Oh, my
Check
Lord.
on the boards. It looks like it's going to draw. Oh, and the referee goes down for good measure.
Yeah, and that's going to be Andrew Irwin, I think, that's going to get that call.
Is he going to call him for an unsportsmanlike, too?
No, insult to injury call, but boy, this kind of changes the perspective a little bit from Coach Gordy Roberts. Now on the power play again. And what it does is at least gives them energy and the confidence to possess the puck in the offensive zone. Move it around a little bit. Put a little pressure on the goaltender. But what a great opportunity to cut the lead to 2 right now.
Well, and you get, right here is where you get them playing better, right? Mm-hmm. And then, it's just about a process. And you've got all kinds of time here. Cross check was on the wall there. Got the twig up a little high. Perbix plays it rink wide. Moss walks down. Perbix, top of the umbrella. That's in on the arm of Winsick and off the glass to the wall it goes. Great support by the Elks as they maintain possession. Perbix, rink wide for Moss. He'll walk top of the right circle. Shot and a save. Rebound. Puck's loose. Winsick shuts the door. Sent right back into the Elk River zone. Back behind the net. Weist was there to set up for his defense. Now it's going to be handled by Moss. Outlets to the left wing side. Schwab is there. He's going to play the ring hard for Zerbin to the corner, who comes together with Lieberman. They pin up on the boards as the puck is poked to the right side for Moss. He dances toward the top of the umbrella. Nice pass to the right wing side. They come back over to the far side. It's going to be controlled once again and shot and deflected wide by Perbix. Handled once again. Back up for Perbix. Down low. They try to one-time that one, but the Eagles were there to disrupt that on a fine play on the defensive end by Noah Duraney.
Yeah, a good anticipation by Duraney. Jumped that route a little bit. Otherwise, it could have been a trying moment, but Eden Prairie doing a good job of defending. Really not a lot of great shots, but Elk River's getting good possession time.
Elks will fire this one into the offensive zone. They maintain possession and control behind the net. They'll pinch down on this one. It's such a different-looking Elk River team from the years past that we had seen in here. It's just the flow is so much different.
They've always been a hard-working, hard-skating team, but they have some skill in this team. I'm going to look forward to seeing them next year when everybody is a year older.
A lot less chip and chase, a lot more possession for this team, and it's quite enjoyable to watch. Now it's going to be Rail to backpedal and drag it into his own zone. Rail off the board, sends that one in. Elks will set back up behind the net. Weist leaves off for Cake. Plays it to the right wing side, and out of the zone they come. Handled once again by Perbix. Perbix stood up on the play. Nice little defensive move there by Gray Irwin. Now the Eagles will transition out of the other way. Steen with it. Drop pass for Middlestat. He overskates. Down low they go. The shot in on goal. Rebound, that one. Good job by Weist to keep the pads down on the ice. Didn't bail too soon. Now it's going to be handled back behind the net by the Elks once again. Right wing side they go. Booten is there across the center red. Deflected up in the air to the corner. There's a wraparound attempt. Winsick had to beat Johnny on the spot to make the save, Bart.
Yeah, it was a really nice forecheck by Jack Perbix, just a freshman, but really took a good angle on that. Cut him off, took the puck away, turned and fired from a very shallow angle. Tried to go up and over the shoulder, but it was Winsick that really said no to that. Came out and challenged, made the save, face off to his right, 4:25. Time is of the essence right now for Elk River if they're going to get back into this game. They're just 3 shots away. But if Eden Prairie isn't a tough enough opponent, now they have the clock to worry about as well.
It is starting to become an enemy indeed, as it's going to be the Elks regrouping in their own zone. D to D they go, off the stick of Graham. Johannes plays back, and Duraney plays that one up ice. Perbix plays to the near side for Larson. Left wing they go. Deflected by Cole Lawrence. Eagles shut down here in the neutral zone on this shift. Very good. Forcing the Elks, though, with possession. They go D to D to try to find a new route. Picked off by Lawrence at the blue line. In on goal, Weist puts the stick down there, and the Eagles really went with a 2-3 neutral zone package there, which was very difficult to break for the Elks.
Yeah, they really kind of barred the zone, so Elk River had possession, but they couldn't get moving. But that was Teo Larson that actually did the redirect on that into his goaltender and made the save. 3:41 left in this third period.
Back behind the net it goes. They're going to ring the wall. Michaelis comes away with it. Zerbin plays over left wing side. Little move there by Weslow. That's deflected off his stick to the corner. It goes for Zerbin. 3:27. Quick shot, pad save. Winsick was there.
I don't know if Winsick saw that, but he took away the high percentage shots and really closed off the bottom of the net. Good positional save.
He's had a lot of those, indeed, the positional saves for sure, Bart, and that's been a key part of it. What I like is how his pads stay quiet. He's not working the pinball flipper, big rebounds off the pads either.
No, he seems in complete control of what he's doing, but you have to like that if you're Coach Lee Smith. Just the calming effect that he has. If your goaltender's making the saves they should make, the defense will play with more confidence, and the forwards in turn will play with more confidence as well. It just has a kind of a ripple effect. When your goaltender plays well, everybody else seems to play well.
Middlestat and Wall checked on the play. Quick one-timer.
Good save.
Weist was quick on that to get the pad extended. Nice little number there. Great opportunity for the Eagles. Now it's going to be Zerbin going to wind it up. Goes against the grain. Weslow tried to get it back to Zerbin, but the Eagles were there to just shut it down at center. Now's the time you almost have to chip and chase when you don't have that there.
Correct.
Back up through center. Zerbin with it. Plays it off the board. Submarines, a would-be Lieberman check. 2:45 to go in the third. Don't forget, folks, we got one more coming up for you here tonight. It's going to feature Grand Rapids and Edina. In on goal. It's deflected wide. Back up ice they come. Cross center. Little poke check there. It's going to be Steen who takes over. Gets ahead for Nolan Sullivan. He'll guide along for Lieberman. Just offside at the line, Bart.
Yeah, it was Middleset that snuck in, but pretty good challenge by Elk River to thwart that. But Spencer Steen, since he scored, he seems a little bit more pronounced in the flow of this game. Did a nice job in his own zone of clearing the puck out and giving him some speed. But Elk River, nice job of defending their own blue line.
Cross the line. There's a shot steered up, high and out of play. Will face off inside the Elk zone to the left of the goaltender, Duncan Weist.
Well, I don't know if Elk River is going to start floating defensemen up or really trying to load the zone a little bit and just try to get some offensive pressure. I think it's more important for them right now just to play solid in their own zone, and if they see an opportunity to take it, but don't force the issue.
Cross the line it goes. Elks work the offensive zone. So we get to the 15-minute mark of the third period.
Yeah, and the whistle was Elk River. A player slid into the goal, and Weinsek just kind of got out of his way, but the whistle on the play faceoff should be outside the zone. Oh, goodness. Boy, the music is just... He does a good job.
Well, when he played the I Don't Want to Work, I Want to Bang on the Drum All Day, he brought us back a couple of notches because it reminds me of Packer football. I mean, yeah, is that the least common denominator, or what are we doing?
You're probably right.
Spoken by a true Viking fan
there
right
here.
There you
go.
Face-off will come up to the right of the goaltender, Nick Winsick. Face-off is controlled by the Elks to the offensive zone with Schwab, side of the net. Doesn't get there, and it's going to be picked up by the Eagles. Connor Olson guides it along. And they'll look to gain some territory with Hugh Trumpy. Checked as he plays that one in. Weist plays back in behind. Forecheck ensues as the Elks will try to play ahead. And it's off the stick of Horn. And handled now once again by Connor Olson. They're going to regroup. Will Louis Rail with 1:15 to go. Rail across the line. Hangs onto the puck. A stick save by Weiss to read that quick shot that came on through.
That was a pretty good shot. Kind of a deceptive shot as far as the release on that one. But nice job by the Elk River goaltender.
He was moving his feet and lateral and still got something on it. I think that was what really took me by surprise, how quick it got through there. Now it's going to be Graham. Drop pass for Lawrence. Nice stick save again by Weiss. And once again, they crash hard into the goal.
And that's Johannes again, bringing the physical part to the game, but I think he lost his footing or had a little help from an Elk River defender, but slid into the goal. Now they're even as far as bodies in the goal in the last couple minutes, but just under a minute to go in this. Pete, looking at this Elk River, there's some positives that Gordy Roberts can draw out of this as far as their level of compete. They punched it in a couple times, but I think they played an overall pretty sound game. But look at the team they're playing against, a very solid, deep team with experience, a lot of state tournament experience. So I think Gordy Roberts, even though they're shy in the score sheet, he has to feel pretty good about the effort.
Offensive zone, Kimball is there as he's bothered on the play. A couple swings by Cooper Borchert. When you look at the Elk River team, where do they stack up from the last time you've seen them? Is this a positive move? Where do you see, where are they at? Is this about the same thing from what you're accustomed to?
Well, I think so. As far as hard-working, skating, and all the things that work into it, they play physical as well. But when I saw them last Saturday against Blaine, they were without probably three pretty prominent players, so hard to get a gauge on it.
Shot that's blocked. I think for Eden Prairie, I'm seeing a less tentative addition here tonight.
Yeah, they seem a little bit more comfortable. You know, you get a couple goals up, you can relax a little bit, and they've had some success and rewards for their efforts tonight.
But it felt tight in St. Louis Park, and some of that with Benilde St. Margaret, some of that can be accredited to the competition. Here they come with
absolutely.
Bizal across the line, leaves off to the left side for Young. His shot deflected wide. Winsick is there, rolls away. The Eagles play to safety, and they come up with a win in Game 1 of the Edina Holiday Classic by a score of 5-2.
But I think everybody's impressed with Eden Prairie. I think you're right, though. They were a little skittish going into the St. Louis Park Rec Center against Manila St. Marcus, but I think it was more anticipation than anything else. I'm sure they had a lot of nervous energy going into that game, the anticipation of playing, number 1 versus number 2. But tonight they played against a very capable and swift skating Elk River team, had some success, but they earned it each step of the way. There wasn't a bad goal in the mix, but Elk River played pretty well. Eden Prairie played a 3-zone game tonight. They're going to be very tough for Grand Rapids tomorrow night.
Bart, your Fury Motors player of the game?
Well, I would venture to say...
You didn't think I was going to ask you, did you?
No, I kind of didn't, but I think Middlestad probably... looking at it, he opened the scoring with a 6th goal, chipped in an assist all over the ice tonight, but a driving force. But there are a couple players that we could give honorable mention. But let's give it to Casey Middlestad, the junior forward for this Elk River team or Eden Prairie team.
There you have it. Casey Middlestad, your Fury Motors player of the game. The final score in Game 1 here is the Eden Prairie Eagles 5, the Elk River Elks 2. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors that have made this possible here tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll give you the list of those. When we take a break, we'll come back and we'll have the start of Edina and Grand Rapids here from Braemar Arena as the Edina Holiday Classic continues. Coverage presented by the Mulch Store, Tavern on 4 and 5, Noodles and Company, Sun Current, is it Brandy Wam Beers? Say it again. Okay. State Farm Insurance Office and Advocare Clinics, along with Cranky Ape, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Fury Motors, Dave's Sports Shops. Again, we thank you all, and without you, we can't bring these productions for you here on the worldwide internet, something Bart and I have become so familiar with. That's going to do it. The final score is the Eden Prairie Eagles 5 and the Elk River Elks 2. For Bart Archer and Brett Johnson, our entire crew, I'm Pete Wagner. So long, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to live, local, play-by-play coverage of tonight's game. Catch all the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports, PSB Media. Tonight's game was brought to you by The Mulch Store, Brandy Warm Beers State Farm Insurance Office, Athlete PT, Noodles and Company of Eden Prairie, The Sun Current, The Tavern on 4 and 5, and in partnership with Minnesota Football Magazine and BEC TV. You can find an archived broadcast of tonight's game available 24/7 on PSBMN.com.